All right, so I made a little bit of a change since my last video and opened up that window a little bit more. Um, and again, if I really was thinking about how I wanted this to look, I'd probably make a little bit of a hole in there where I could maybe set some characters or something like that. But for right now, I'm not that concerned about it, so I'm going to just keep rolling. All right, so let's talk a little bit about chamfer. This is a pretty rigid piece, and we are not chamfer, but fillet. So it's a pretty rigid piece. You'll notice that there's fillets on the piece that we gave you. So fillet's pretty simple. It's actually, I mean, you're pretty used to it at this point, what that might look like. So I'm going to fillet these ends for sure here. I'll probably even do some other filleting, but I need to make sure that these ones are the same as each other. So I'm going to do those first. They're going to be 0.25 so that they match with the piece that we are given. All right, so that kind of rounds that out a little bit. And then, obviously I haven't done a lot of tapering here, but I could. So if I really wanted to, I'll remind you of that chamfer concept. I could chamfer this a little bit, and I can do equal distance, or I could do two different distances. And I'm going to do two distances. Distance 1 maybe is, I'm going to just do 0.1 and see which part changes. All right, yeah, that might actually be what I'm going for. So 0.1 and distance 2. That might be something like point, or not point. Let's go 1 inch. See what that looks like. 1 inch goes all the way back there, so maybe it's like 1.25. 5, let's see. All right, there we go. So I just kind of chamfered that, or not chamfered. Yeah, chamfered it. Now what's interesting to me is that it's chamfering the bottom too at the same time. I did not expect that. Huh. Wonder why it's chamfering. It's probably chamfering that whole edge, not just that one part. That's interesting. There we go. Tangent propagation was the issue. All right, so now it's just getting this one right here. Let's see. That distance might go a little bit. I don't know. That looks pretty good. We're just gonna go with that for now. Check. All right, so I hollowed that out a little bit more. All right, so now I could do a little bit more filleting. All right, so all I'm trying to do here is just make this look a little bit prettier. So I got that. I could probably round off this too. And even that piece right there. Failed to fill it. We'll have to check that out. It's probably because of the type of fillet I'm doing here. Let's see what we got. Take off tangent propagation, cross section circular radius. Issues. All right, can't fillet these for some reason. Edge of chamfer 1. Let's find out. All right, so it's kind of able to do that. I think the problem is I got too many things kind of connecting here at the same time. So maybe I'll choose like that for now. And then a bottom. That's not looking too bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do those. And then maybe, just maybe, I could fillet this by itself. Let's see what happens. Maybe that. Not that point. Well, I'm not even in the fillet tool. There we go. Yeah, it looks like I don't even really need to select this other part, but I'll go ahead and hit check. There, look at that. So it's got a little bit of a taper to it, but not too steep. It's kind of rounded off. All right, so similarly, I might want to fillet some of these other parts here, smooth them out a little bit. But, again, these are pretty tight spaces, so I don't want to fillet them too much. So I'm going to be a little cognizant of that as I do these things. So let's see here. How about I go 0.1? See what that looks like. Now let's go with it. All right. Now you'll see there's a couple spots where it looks weird. All right, so I got that 0.1 fillet, but then I got these other ones that are something else. So it's something to play around with at least a little bit. All right. It's still pretty cool. All right, so now, if you think about it, I have a piece here, it's ready to go. So now I want to think about, how am I going to attach the wheels to this thing? Where are they going to go? Stuff like that. So those are things that technically you should consider before you start making these things. I have some specific tools I want to show you about connecting the wheels, so I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. Just go to my